perfect. I don't think I can think of one thing to change in that beginning part to make it even better.
Yeah. And on that note, I think we're ready. So, hello guys. I am Brandon Carey, and joining me as always is my friend Matthias.
Hello.
And the mind games continue as we proceed through Talos 1 in Arcane Studios' Prey. Oh, I don't remember where we left off. Oh yeah, we were in the tunnel. We were in the tunnel, so I think this is actually the wrong save.
Yes, you're right. We just got in there and we met the explodey typhon that I've just forgotten the name of.
Oh, I need to actually go. I think I need to go back to title screen and the other campaign. All right, campaign 2. Yeah, here we are. We're in the guts.
Yes, the guts.
That's actually a really good name for the tunnels that funnel everything from throughout the station. The guts.
I've forgotten what it stands for, but I'm pretty sure the TS was for transport system or something.
Yeah, that sounds plausible.
And the G might be for gravity. But yeah, it's if you want to get from one place to the next pretty fast, you either go outside the station or you go through here. Although I think this one is less safe than actually going outside.
Yeah. All the cystoids.
Cystoids, that was it. The name I've forgotten.
And the glue gun is really effective on these because you have so many glue rounds that wasting a few does not feel bad.
Glue for days. I mean, you can take out an entire cystoid nest with like half the glue you'd use to glue up a mimic or something.
Exactly.
That's also a good thing though, because this is like a big part of what makes the game
so
like
good.
the identity of the game, just the versatility of the glue gun, and there's literally glue everywhere. Like it would be so bad if this was some kind of a commodity, something hard to get.
Yeah, it would
Because
really
then you
change
couldn't
the whole.
experiment.
It would change the whole dynamic of the game, or the whole way the game feels. Hacking the door. Door is now open. More cystoids. Also, this game's weapon wheel is really, really like I know we talked about it before, but it's really slickly designed. Oh, getting that cluster pop like that, it feels so good.
Oh yeah. That's one of the best things that can happen when you have a whole bunch of cystoids, when they just bunch
they
up
pop
and
each
you get
other,
that,
yeah.
that's chain explosions. Because a lot of the times I just grabbed something and I threw it to get like most of them gone, but the problem is that some might aggro on it and others won't, and then they're sort of pulled apart, so then it's a lot more trouble to get the smaller ones afterwards.
Yeah, getting like the one that's left, one or two. And because glue gun ammo is so cheap, you can afford to be a little spendy with it. Here.
Definitely.
So
For a second, I was trying to look where your ammo was, but then I remembered that it's always displayed on the gun.
Yeah.
With a lot of the weapons, so.
And that diegetic UI is really, really nice. memory serves, what we're doing here is we're kind of like looking to get Alex's arming key as our current objective.
Yeah, I
Because
think the elevator was turned off or blocked or whatever,
yeah,
and we needed to get the arming key in the Arboretum.
yeah, or yeah.
Morgan, steady. That pulse hit your suit systems pretty hard. It came from the substation ahead. There's a magnetosphere around Talos 1 that keeps the sun from cooking your insides. Hopefully the generator isn't dying. For your sake, I'll be fine.
Ha 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 ha! Oh, you are such a piece of shit, January. I hope the generator isn't dying. For your sake, I'll be fine. Oh, seal hull breach. Oh, I should probably like check what actual side quests currently are. Oh right.
You know,
Sealing a mine hull breach to restore atmosphere within psychotronics. I might as well go do that since we're in the area. Actually, nah. We'll just keep going with the main quest. I ain't got time to fix every little problem here. Just most of them.
yeah, but
Oh,
we have our own
actually-
office. We're not the janitor.
See Anders Klein in the magnetosphere control room for key card. Well, who are you, dead body? You are not Anders Klein, but you are a dead man. Let's go up here.
Oh, these transitions.
Yeah, that's a satisfying feeling.
I mean, when I first played this game, I was really scary of those pulses. Scared
Yeah.
because I had no idea what they did and I didn't want to find out.
I don't recall
And
them
then when
being
I've-
that dangerous. In hindsight.
Yeah, in hindsight, it's not. But
Yeah,
this
but at
was
the
sort of
time
like-
when you don't know what it is, you're like that fear of the unknown is definitely like an important thing.
it's definitely when you see like some guy floating in there.
Langley!
Hey,
It's
what's
like,
the matter?
He's
it's usually not a good sign.
Whoa, what? Who's dead?
Anders! I tried to call security.
Do you need a medical team?
I said he's dead, Langley!
Right. Laurel, take a deep breath. Tell me what happened.
That fire is
I'm
not
sorry,
going out.
I'm sorry. Anders went into the mag chamber to test one of the coils that's been flaking on us. I don't know what happened exactly, but there was a pulse.
I think you cooked him. That little transition from the audio log to hacking is a little silly. A little silly. There we go.
And the subtitles
God,
stay on during
I'm
hacking.
so sorry, Laurel.
Yeah.
Can you get up to the Arboretum?
No, Anders had the key card.
Okay, got it. Listen, just sit tight. Don't go into that chamber. I'm going to find Chief Elazar. We'll get a security team your way ASAP.
And you can shut off power to the
Warning,
magnetosphere.
magnetosphere deactivated. Solar radiation exposure at maximum.
We have a space on us though, so we'll be fine. But oh, you know what? I remember this. I think this process takes longer than the pulse. So cystoid nest. Good for. Thank you for letting me know, HUD, before I actually see it.
Yeah, sometimes that does happen. And not just with cystoid nests, with sometimes with a mimic or phantoms where it just shows up on the HUD and you haven't heard
Yeah.
or seen them yet.
I like that the cystoids or explosions do sometimes break the gas pipes. But you can always just glue them back up and it's fine. Alright, so...
Microgravity detected.
Let's see what's going on around here. Oh, the dead body. Here's your dead body. There is my key card that I want. And now I can proceed. Sorry, dead guy.
Detected.
Mr. Klein.
And some more neuromobs that we're not
Magnetosphere
going to use.
activated.
Disintegrated circuit. Found new construction. Hydraulics are leaking. Disintegrated circuit. Found new
Warning. Plasma shockwave imminent.
disintegrated circuit. Found new construction.
Okay.
Warning. Seek shelter. Plasma shockwave in 5,
Fighting operators
4,
is always so
3,
chaotic.
Yeah.
2, 1.
Because with the operators, their movements are kind of erratic.
Yeah, and they sort of bounce back sometimes when you hit them, and sometimes they don't. And
Like it's really hard to get that balance there. Utilities. No, I could take an area map, sure. Let's see what this new objective is. The Black Box Project. Oh. I forgot he had like some sort of
Warning.
might have a Q
Plasma
beam.
shockwave imminent.
I think that quest is for like a Q
Warning.
beam, but we already
Seek
have a copy.
shelter. Plasma shockwave.
I'm turning these voices down because they are fucking loud. And normally that wouldn't be a problem,
5.
but they talk a lot when I'm trying to talk over them.
yeah, definitely listen to them when you're playing on your own. But
Yeah, that's why I have subtitles on, because that is still important to know what's going on.
4,
there definitely is a whole lot of talking.
2, 1.
Unpowered door, force open. Nothing in here, Jim.
Just taking the biohazard waste from the toilet. Nothing to
Exactly.
see here.
Nothing to see here. And let's finish upgrading the Q-beam's firing time. Because we're going to want the access to the Q-beam. Not now, but later. Later on, we're going to want that Q-beam for a lot of different reasons.
Warning. Plasma shockwave
I wonder if you can use
imminent.
a recycler charge to get rid
Warning.
of those
Seek shelter.
pylons.
Plasma shockwave in 5,
Nope.
4, 3,
Oh well.
2, 1.
Microgravity detected.
I was watching you throw that and thinking to myself, I wonder if he's gonna throw it underneath the door. Yes, he did.
There's a technopath in the area according to my HUD. Oh, there you are.
Operator approach.
His last name is Ridley.
Yeah, Ridley Scott. To answer your question, Steve, the biohazard bag can be recycled for exotic material.
Don't let them do this to you.
Oh, I love this. I love that, and that's like when you're playing for the first time, that's like a, oh, what's going on? What's happening to me moment. But when you know the twist, like that's part of it. That's part of
The
everything.
entire Typhon ecology appears to be centered around the creation of this substance.
Another layer of the mind
original
games.
researchers called it coral.
Exactly.
Beautiful. But we're not sure what its purpose is. It's never spread outside the containment cylinder. Until now.
Coming through.
The coral. I believe it. Like later on in the game, the coral can actually restore some psi points when you're in it.
It could.
I'm not 100% sure on that one though. Oh, here it's a
Yeah.
weaver.
I can't confirm that, but definitely sounds like something it could do.
So the way the Q-beam works is that you have, like, basically once the red and the blue and the green parts of the health connect, it's death. You're kind of doing like radiation damage to the enemy when you hit it with the Q-beam. But it does that damage so much that it kind of kills most. It's pretty good at killing most enemies.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good get out of jail free card when you really just need to end something big. There's another Q-beam right here. I also like that every weapon in the game is something that you could plausibly find.
Hello, Lane. Josh? What the hell is this?
Yeah, they got
request saying to-
multiple versions of it in case you haven't found it.
It's not funny, asshole. You know
I
it's
guess
not
each
funny.
weapon sort of has an
Taking credit for my
intended way of
design.
finding it.
That's what
Like the
this is about.
first time you should find it.
Hello,
But
Lane.
yeah, there's definitely
Josh?
multiple copies everywhere.
What the hell is this? Hello.
No, stop. I'm sitting stop
Hello,
recording.
Lane.
Stop.
Josh?
Listen.
What the hell is
Oh.
this? I got a security request saying to... It's not funny, asshole. You know what's not funny? Taking credit for my design. That's what this is about? I'm senior on the Black Box project, Josh. That's how it works here. If you weren't such a piss-poor team player, you'd understand that. Oh, and by the way, I had to fix a bunch of your calculations, so it's not you... Seriously? You're recording this? What is this a big sting operation, Josh? You gonna hand me over to the DA? You're so pathetic. I'm done here.
Time, Sam.
Josh, what are you doing? Let's just see how good my calculations are. I swear to God, you don't put that down, I will rip it out of your sweaty hands and... Josh!
Oh wow, did he just kill somebody?
And those things are in here too. They're crawling all over the station. Check everything around you. Hit it with a wrench.
Check the wrench first.
Sam,
What it sounded like, sort
he's
of.
right. These things. Smash every freestanding thing and see if it comes back at you. Get to a secure area, and when you're safe, call me via transcribe. I'm sending you a secure contact. All right? Understood. I left my transcribe in the coolant monitoring station. Heading there now. I can load myself in. Are you okay? I'm just catching my breath. Sarah, can you tell me what happened? Micah, get safe, then call.
Oh, that's a lot of story going on all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
We were introduced to Alazar, who is still alive, and Michaela, who's still alive, and there are only important players in this whole thing in the second half. Or they guess they could not be, depending on how you play. They could just be people who just die. If you're an asshole, I guess. Give me 1 second. I forgot to update the stream information. There we go. Done. And what were we saying before the log interrupted us?
I think we mentioned the coral, then we were talking about the Q-beam.
Yes, I was going to say that all the weapons in like items in the game are things you could plausibly find on a space station. Like the Q-beam is like it's a tool as well as like a weapon. Like you can use the Q-beam for non like combat purposes. And like pistols and shotguns are like the kind of things you need on a security station.
You made it. Nice work. The entrance to deep storage is off the Arboretum. Your brother's office is up here as well. Jupiter and his palace at the top of the heavens. You used to say that behind his back. But that would make you... what? Juno? No. That's an unpleasant thought.
That's a cute little joke. Jupiter and his castle in the heavens. Describing Alex. But what I was saying is that, like, I was reading up about this actually, like, way when this game first came out. Like, pistols and shotguns are, like, they're good weapons, but they're also, more importantly, like, they don't have enough stopping power to destroy, like, a space station wall. So, like, you can wield them safely in space without risking a hull breach.
Right.
So, like, every one of the weapons in the game is something that is plausible to find on a space station. In that sense. Because even, like, the things that are weapons are, like, they're not military-grade weapons. They're weapons that you would have on a space station because you need some form of self-defense. But not strong enough to actually, like, do any real damage to the things that are keeping you from deep space. If I don't have anything to buy in the neuromod tree anymore, I might as well recycle these neuromods for parts, right?
Yeah. I guess they also have metal in them.
They have all the
so
components in them.
That's always useful. Oh. Forgot about that.
Yeah, they use everything. Which I can use for at least Psi-Hypos if I ever need them. I don't think I'm gonna need them though, because I have plenty. But it's like it's those kinds of like minor details that make this place just that much more plausible, and the more you look into it, the more plausible it is. Oh, it's a nightmare.
Morgan, are you alright? That Typhon, there's nothing in the research. Stay away from it.
So that is the other consequence of having a lot of Typhon like material in you, is that the nightmare spawns more frequently. The nightmare is like this kind of this big ultimate super Typhon that can...
While you're up there, you could look into why the lift is stuck. It'd be a lot faster and safer than having to fly through the guts again.
Yeah, the nightmare is essentially like not quite Nemesis, but kind of approaching that level, where it's this like this constant threat that even when you kill it, it comes back at some point. And the more Typhon you have in you, the more often it spawns in.
And even on a completely Typhon-free playthrough, it still spawns.
Yeah, just less often.
Yeah, I remember seeing it at least twice on my playthrough.
Yeah, and thankfully, like it's not really a huge threat. It's just kind of like a minor inconvenience most of the time. And it's actually fairly simple to just kill it, especially once you get an upgraded Q-beam. It's not really worth it though. He doesn't really drop a whole lot of material. Like, it's just a lot of exotic material primarily, nothing like particularly worthwhile. But He's more there to kind of like be a menacing presence. Hacking! We can get some of this UI clutter off by deactivating some of these objectives. Set inactive, set inactive.
That's also real nice that you can choose which one to set active and which one you can't. Because a lot of games sometimes only allow you to set one active or the main quest and one optional.
Yeah.
But
you can hack it. You can set any number of objectives as active or inactive depending on what you want to do. So it does make multitasking a lot easier in this game. Oh, I had my shotgun out instead of the wrench. Whoopsies. That was overkill.
Well, you got enough bullets, so...
That's true. I'm not really running low on bullets anytime soon. There's all the material I'm getting out of all of the things I'm turning into the recycler.
If only recycling was that easy in real life.
Yeah. So, what is Mind Jack?
And that's just another, like, extra thing. The recycler and the fabricator, just something that really fits on a spaceship.
Yeah, because you need that kind of, like, that ability to reuse materials since you have a finite number of resources on your station. So you need to be able to make the most of what you have.
Hey! Hey, over here! Open this door! Please!
And then once I open the door, the telepath activates. But let's trigger that trap. Because I am ready for this.
Oh, I hated that when he just goes up.
Yeah.
You're trying to shoot him through the door and then
Oh, he just went through the roof. Alright, and let's just shoot him with the psi shit. And I believe when you kill a telepath, all the people it brainwashed go unconscious. So these people are now safe. And that's also a very handy thing. Though I believe I've alerted pretty much every other Typhon in this room. They'll be fine, though. I'll be fine. And this is again like this Arboretum is not just where all the oxygen's made, it's where also all the food or the vegetables are made. So look, there is an unconscious mind-controlled guy. Just gonna nick your stuff while you're sleeping, because I don't really. I'm just gonna nick all your unconscious stuff. Yeah, this is basically the Paragon option, isn't it?
Doctor, you...
Yeah.
What happened? Where... Oh, God. Please tell me you killed that... thing. I came up here to deploy the EATs. The Eradicator turrets. And it was like all the color bled from the world. Everything had an edge to it. I couldn't control myself. But the EATs are still in the small arms closet nearby. We could still use them. Here's the code. I'm going to make my way to the cargo bay. Security was supposed to fall back there. Sarah will have my ass if I don't.
Well, we saved somebody. We did a good thing. We rescued the peeps. Because if I want to be a real dick, I could just shoot some of these unconscious people and kill them, but like, there's no reason for me to do that.
Did you find the EATs? I hope they shred those things.
Or let them walk up to you.
Yeah. Well, they're knocked out now because the telepath is dead. So they can't really do anything anymore. It looks like I need to repair my suit a bit. There we go. Now we can go into Alex's room. Broken turrets over there. Oh, did not mean to do that. Oh, that was an oopsies. I wanted to switch out to my shotgun. Yes, that's what I want to do. Oh. Super Thermal set the trap down like that. Oh, here's a phantom.
Good morning, Talos. Breakfast is served in the cafeteria.
Did you mention that yet? That like phantoms mess with the lights and electricity?
I don't think we have, no.
Because that's another one that makes them like extra eerie and a way to detect them. If the really freaky mumbling isn't enough.
Yeah. Which, like, as someone who has a lot of type in them, I can actually, like, they're talking with crystal clarity. Which is also really eerie when you, like, start listening to them and seeing what they think. Oh, these operators really just waiting to kill me, aren't they? They really want to kill me.
Mm-hmm.
We're taking care of that detour. Let's keep on going towards Alex's chamber.
Yeah, it's very easily to get distracted in this game.
Absolutely.
When trying to do one thing.
There's so much that demands your attention. I love that once you loot the corpses, they start getting all ragdoll-y.
You know, published by Bethesda.
Yeah. I'm gonna eat a Sci-Hypo just to make sure I have enough power for whatever combats come my way in a second. Because I know there's several mimics in this area. Oh, looks like the combat music stopped. I still that HUD telling me that there's a phantom there before I even see it is great. Etheric phantom. That's what I see in the glass. You dead, son. Got some weapon upgrade kits, so let's get this Q-beam going all the way. There we go. Let's eat some food. Now, I love that like you're supposed to have the combination to come up here, but since we have hacking level 4, we can just go into Alex's office right now. You're not supposed to have access until like fairly late in the game, where it's important that you can log into that office. But the game knows that you could get there early and doesn't actually care if you do. And one more.
I can't remember if the codes are random or set, and if you can just memorize them.
The
from
codes
the previous...
are fixed. For a lot of this stuff. So I think if you memorize Alex's code, you can't just come in here. Or if you look it up. Although I don't think there's a way to input passwords. So, like, you won't be able to, like, access Alex's, computer without just having the item in-game that is his password.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're me and you can just hack it.
You used to sneak into my room when we were kids, hack into my computer. I still remember when you ruined my Galactic Conquistador save files. I broke your arm when I found out. I regret that now. But I'm still not fond of you messing with my stuff.
Sad boy. Sad boy. We do have the code to his office safe, thanks to, December. This is a cool...
Once things get as bad as I think they probably are, your only option is to escape. Get the word out about what's happening on Talos 1. Alex has a private escape pod. It's locked up. I made a copy of the key and hid it on top of the data tower near the chair. You know the one I'm talking about. Listen, there's more at stake this time than just us, or this station. If just one of those creatures made it back home, then we're lost. I keep having this dream. I'm just staring into the black between the stars. There's something there. I know there is. I just can't see it. But it sees me. I can feel it. Hate us. I know you know what I'm talking about. Or you will soon.
So, that's another recording from another version of Morgan Yu that's not our current incarnation, and where one of them said that we need to destroy Talos 1. This one says we need to escape Talos 1, but for a very similar reason. And that, again, adds to that whole, like, who is Morgan Yu? Are all of them Morgan Yu? Are none of them Morgan Yu? Is Morgan Yu anything that exists anymore? And if so, like, which one should we listen to? Or should we listen to any of them at all? Like, do we have our own thing that we should be going for that's not any of their requests? And... all the way up until the finale, that becomes a very important question of the game, is like, what does it mean to be Morgan Yu? And fabrication plan for Neuromod, I'll take that. Utilities, extend bridge. Oh yeah, the rooftop bridge. Search Alex's room for escape pod key in the crew quarters. I'm not doing a lot of side quests, but that's one that I really do want to do. And we'll talk about why in a moment. But for now, you should know that this is a fully functional escape pod that we can absolutely use to get the hell out of here. Also, I love that Alex used tracking bracelets here. He doesn't even use his own tracking bracelet. And one of the cool details of this game is that Alex doesn't actually, like, listen to a lot of the rules that they've set out. Like, for example, all TranStar employees are supposed to go through, like, a weekly or, like, a monthly physical. thing is actually a monthly physical, and Alex just doesn't. Because he's A, kind of like, he's not in particularly great shape, and B, he's the head of the facility.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't want to and doesn't have to.
And you can find emails or conversations about this
Yeah.
throughout the station.
It's one of those little really cool little details. So let's come down here with the storage code that we've got. And we have turrets. And QB ammo. And more weapon upgrade kits. It's Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to use this to... Oh, wait. Q-beam is... That's all the upgrades I need for the keypad. I don't actually need handling or reload speed for that. So what comes next? Guess I could upgrade the disruptor stun gun. Yeah. We'll upgrade its max number of shots between reloads. And let's go into Alex's room and try to get that key. And this is actually, like, the crew quarters is one of my favorite areas in the game, probably. Because there's a lot of really good storytelling in this area.
Definitely. Because so far we've only actually been in the, like, work area, the business area of the station.
Oh, I don't have the key card to come in, so we gotta go to the main quest for a bit. Okay, that's fine. We'll be back. Be back later. We can also try to fix the main list while we're here. Oh, that's a mimic.
It's so well placed on top of the looking glass that looks like water.
Yeah. That is a really well placed mimic. Well, it's actually why I remember it, because it's one of those, like, really, really good gotcha moments. If you're not paying attention.
And a lot of the times on your first playthrough, you're sort of conserving ammo, so you're
Yeah.
probably running into it with a wrench, and if you then hit the floor.
Exactly.
Suit integrity damaged.
And there's a mimic down there as well. Oh! More phantoms.
Surprise phantom.
Surprise! It's your birthday! Thank God for that regen, otherwise I'd be in trouble. Part of the perks of New Game Plus is having all those powers. Oh, you know what? I forgot. The lift is on the is in the main building, so we have to go. Oh, we could just drop, I guess, and fight the mimics here. Stop running! Oh, the mimic. Did the mimic die in the fire?
Warning. Tampering with administrative controls on workstations or keypads may result in
Coulda.
electric shock. If you're having
That's
trouble
also something that
accessing
I
the
really
system,
enjoy.
please
This
send a help
game has
alert
a
to
whole lot of
security.
like maintenance area, which
Yeah.
completely makes sense. That's all the more stuff for us to explore.
Also, I do like that the game lets you use the environment as a weapon. Like even when you're outgunned, you can still like use turrets and like fire from the gas pipes and all of that. Those are things that are simultaneously obstacles and weapons to use against the Typhon.
Mm-hmm.
Morgan, that Typhon is an unknown type. From what I can tell, it's the source of the problem with the
Yeah, I think.
lift.
Yeah, I think
The
it was
Phantom
here.
unleashed in
I went through the
psychotronics had
door you
similar
just came through,
disruptive
and after it
abilities.
loaded, the
Only
nightmare
this one
spawned in
seems
front
more
of me,
powerful.
which
Scanning
meant
will tell
it
you more.
immediately saw me,
Yeah, that happens.
and it saved, and I was like, oh, this is so stupid.
Yeah, that's one of those like god damn it moments that this game does have every now and then. Alright, time to break the control over you. And
Yeah, all the sort of nitpicky things about this game, they're pretty small annoyances. Like, I don't think there's like this really big thing that I don't like about it that I can think of right now.
yeah.
It's all just
Nice
minor
work. The
inconveniences.
lift is responding again. That Typhon hijacked the hardware, even the software running the system, all the way down to the machine code, reprogramming it on the fly. Fascinating
And we
and
fixed the
alarming.
lift.
I can
Yep.
patch up the code. You should be fine.
And now we have access
Take the
to the
lift
lift.
if you need to move quickly between the 3 main decks on Talos 1. It has a stop in the lobby and down in life support.
Alright, and that will make traveling through the facility that much easier. And let me put a suit repair kit on. Let's put a Psi Hypo in too, because we are running low on magic. On mana.
It's all the same thing.
Pretty much. We're only half hour in stream. We've got a lot done in this half an hour. Jesus Christ.
I think last time we just spent all our time explaining the game
Yeah.
and everything that's so good about it, and that might have slowed you down a little bit. Hey, Mimic.
2 of them.
A normal one and a greater one.
Surprised they didn't even try to attack me. Also, if you're wondering what that effect was, I was drunk and forgot. I didn't realize one of the things I drank was alcohol. Don't you just hate that? This isn't alcohol. This is alcohol. How did this get in
Everything
here?
go well?
Eventually, had to wait a while. 2 assholes from the sales team chose that exact moment to stand under the alarm bell and smoke cigars.
So it's off Talos. My clients are eager.
Yeah, just made the last shipment. Should be Earthside by morning, Pacific time.
Good. I'll be leaving another package for you after tomorrow's shift.
Drop site?
The lobby. Assuming it works.
Of course it works. 3 taps of the wrench, that'll pop it open. All of them will work that way by tomorrow.
You're adorable when you get proud of your gadgets.
Don't patronize me, Lily.
So that's a cool little information that there was a smuggler on Talos 1 who was diverting like neuromod and other like experimental prototypes to another corporation. Like this kind of goes into the overall world of Prey, where there is like, it's not just here, like this is kind of a shitty place to be.
And it's another reminder that this is just a station.
Yeah.
Like there's an
I
entire
can't get this
world
damn
out
thing
there.
open. Where's Danielle?
Still not answering.
Still.
What's wrong?
Because you know
Danielle
it's
tied
easy
the
to
lock
forget
to her
that when you're
voice.
literally
We
you
need
can't
her to
go
speak the
anywhere
key phrase or
except
we're
the
not getting in
station.
here.
That you know
Would
there's
voice
still
samples
another
work?
world there
Transcribe recordings?
Yeah.
Yes, if they have the right words.
in
Or
which
if
we have to
gather
make
enough
sure
to
not
map
a
her voice to a
single
consonant
mimic
and
gets
vowel
because
list
they
and
can
started
multiply
running
so
patterns.
I'll
fast.
see if I can find her. Or her transcribe. I'll check her room first.
All right, Ivy, but look, don't do anything stupid, okay? Ivy? Ivy? Shit. Damn it, Danielle, where are you?
It's unlikely Chief Show is still alive. I advise you follow Zachary West's strategy. Hack together voice samples. Your transcribe is equipped with the necessary software. It's how you made my voice. Danielle's cabin might be a good place to get started.
Yeah, this is like Talos One is but one of many corporations, and many of them even know what Typhon is. They just don't, like, the public doesn't know, but these corporations do. And so, of course, they're competing to see, like, over each other over the secrets of Typhons and neuromods and all of that thing. Like Tranthar is just one company that's doing this. There's multiple that are at least aware of, if not working on this project actively. And so we come to another point in the game where we need to get to deep storage to get to Alex's arming key. But to do that, deep storage is closed to anyone except for the voice print of Danielle Show, who is one of the engineers on the space station. So we need to find enough samples of her voice that we can create a fake and use that.
I see you. Not a puppet. Looking for me with black eggs behind your eyes. Come closer. Yes. A little closer.
And since these guys are all mind controlled.
Stupid puppets. What? You too?
And yeah, like Brandon said last time, the like hacking voice still, like people were talking about that. Like everyone on this space station is specifically chosen. They're all really, really smart. So
they're all like top of their field, like geniuses.
Yeah, it's almost a given someone would figure out, you know, if she's using her voice, then, you know, we just use some recordings.
Yeah, like even like January starts.
Kill me with them?
Stop talking, chef dude. We'll get to you in a second, okay?
Oh right, him.
Yeah, we'll get to him in a second because he's his own like piece of work. But even Morgan Morgan synthesized his or her voice.
When will you stop? Stop! Can't think with all the puppet bombs.
Yeah, into December, into January.
Puppets, huh? Maybe you starve.
And like that's. And January's like, okay, if you made my voice with that tech, I'm surely you can make Danielle's voice too, right? And turns out, yes, you totally can. Oh, down to the wire.
We don't need all those extra seconds. Might as well use them.
Yep.
Medkit fabrication plan.
You can't find the beast voice.
I guess we should placate this chef dude just to get him to stop fucking talking to me. Hacking succeeded. Oh, that's a hell of a way to die. Joseph Masorley. He'd lose his head if it wasn't screwed on. Oh, here's another one of the mind control guys.
Whoever you are, run.
Yep. I think this was a place where I ended up reloading saves or taking it really slowly. Because for some reason, people kept getting blown up.
Shoot first before they get close. The puppets. Bombs. Their master is close.
As you can see, the Q-beam does work really well, but it needs its time.
Yeah.
No more puppets.
And that's something you might not have on your first playthrough.
Yeah, if we weren't playing New Game Plus, I would have a whole different strategy, but because we can afford to like take that time Because I can just eat a bunch of these and get back all the health that I lost. Starting to look mighty full, too. Where's my disruptor? Here is my disruptor.
And since the Q-beam needs to fill the entire health bar, if you damage it, that means the Q-beam needs to do less.
Yeah.
So you can always sort of mix and match. But it doesn't work the opposite way, I think. Well, beam doesn't really damage them. It only does something
It
when
irradiates them, yeah.
it's full.
And now that the telepath is gone, all these people should be knocked unconscious. I'll take that bio waste off your hands.
Just, you know, running around the restaurant with some bio waste. It's all good.
Yeah, you know, that's what you do when you're mind controlled. You just throw a bunch of bio waste around, like a sanitation worker, I guess. I mean, there had to be like just normal sanitation workers and that kind of stuff around here, right? They can't all be like the top of their fields in like science. They have to be like, okay, you're the best sanitation worker money can buy.
Yeah.
Or at least you have enough of debt that you're willing to do this for cheap on the space station.
Yeah, that's also, you know, we ran into that one guy in psychotronics.
Yeah.
They do get inmates and other people on the station as well. So, you know, they might have just, like you said.
I don't know why you're mentioning that now. We don't have any inmates we're about to talk to or anything. We got a chef. It's just a chef. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah, he's gonna make us some nice unagi.
Exactly. Let me repair my suit again, because...
They spilled a lot of raspberry juice in this place.
Absolutely. Fucking filthy people. Like, what is this, food fight? Where are my suit repair kits? Here you are.
Why, Dr. Morgan here? What about the ride after all this time? Shall I prepare?
That was...
Your suit. What is in your name tag? You? M.U.? M.U. You killed this yourself. Ah. If you want to come in, be safe. You go. Get something of mine, huh? Here, key. It opens my room. Go there. Get my... award. It's important to me. Then, maybe we talk.
So, I have a theory about this guy. And it's that nobody is ever fooled by him. But they didn't kill him because they're trying to get the achievement for not killing any humans.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's hard to do in games. Like, we metagame a lot, and even though you know something is a trap, you still go along with it just to see what would happen and stuff like that.
Yes. That is legit, like, my actual theory is that no one fell for him because, like, already right away, he doesn't recognize that you're Morgan Yu when you're literally the most important person, or at least second most important person on this entire space station.
Yeah, that's a bit, well, not a bit, that is seriously,
yeah,
a big tell.
That's like if someone, like, tried to impersonate me and said, "Hi, boss man." It's like, no, that's... I know that guy's name. He's literally my manager. Alright, not Psycho Shock. Let's get Mind Jack. And... there you go. Doesn't the world sound better when you're all knocked out?
Also, in case people didn't notice, the operator in the kitchen is named Skillet.
Yes. I believe, like, there's even, like, a lore that, like, Morgan Yu built that custom for the chef. Like, that's literally, like, a model that Morgan Yu made, because, you know, if you can make something like January, you should be able to make something like, that's just, like, a regular a regular operator, but for a cook. Like, if he can make something as advanced as January, that's trivial to him or her.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they got science operators that would technically like help in medical stuff. I don't know if they would do surgeries on the station or something like that, but
Yeah.
they're pretty advanced, the operators. That's what I wanted to say.
And Kelly, to answer your question, Kelly in the chat, yes, you don't have to go through the trap. You absolutely, like, even if you want to do a human run, like, you might not know it at the time, but you can't just tase him. Like, you can just knock him out, and it's fine, and he won't get trapped. I wonder if what happens when you try to mind control him, since he's technically not, like, possessed. I wonder if the game will just not knock him out like you would with a possessed type character.
No idea.
I want to try that when we finish this. Having the mind control ability in this area is really nice. Because so many of the people are just, like, possessed humans, and you can use mind control to just cure them and knock them out, and then you're good. You're not worried about them exploding in your face.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of stun gun action in this area.
Oh yeah, because the disruptor works just as well.
Yes.
Although I think the difference is just the amount of the range.
Yeah, you have to get pretty close.
I could use a recycler at some point soon. Oh, this is Alazar's room. Oh, which is why there's so many fucking dumbbells in this room, because, like, she's the security chief and also jacked. There's 75-pound dumbbells. Those are really hardcore.
And also, while we found a shotgun and a normal gun and like a whole weapon rack in a room.
Yeah. I love stuff like that, like going into, like, when you can go into a character's room and the designers actually had enough forethought to put, like, okay, this is Alazar's room. What kind of things would Alazar have in her personal room? Like, weapon kit fabrication plan on her computer. Of course Alazar would have that.
It makes so much sense. Yeah, there's so much of their world building just in each of these rooms here.
Oh, whose room is this? Oh, hi, Phantom.
Massive periodic table poster on the wall.
Yeah. Also, the pistol is not a weak weapon by any means. I can do some damage too, just not as much as in one shot as the Margrave here.
Yeah, I feel like the pistol really does stay as sort of your main weapon throughout the game.
Yeah.
Because, the shotgun is good, but not at range. And then the Q-beam is interesting, but, wouldn't use it on too much of a fast-moving target because you'll be wasting ammo and
exactly.
etc. Even though it's like the first weapon you get, it's definitely worth it to upgrade it.
Yeah, and the reason, like I haven't upgraded it yet, and there is actually a reason for that. It's not that I think it's a bad weapon. That there's actually a practical reason.
Finished. Yeah, you don't have to look for resources anymore, or it's OP.
Our first poltergeist. I noticed when the moment the door started moving, I knew what I was going up against.
And hiding it in a bathroom is just, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the perfect spot.
And thankfully, like, they give you a psychoscope before you encounter the poltergeist, so that, like, because he's invisible, so how do you detect him? Well, you have the psychoscope. So you just use that to know where he is, even if you can't see him. You know he's there.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe in this bathroom there is a way to that boarded up room on the other side, but I don't care enough to try to find it, and I don't think it's that important, so we will just instead go into the chef's room. In quotes.
Oh. Another thing, I don't think we saw him use it, but one of the abilities a poltergeist has is to sort of throw you up into the air.
Yes, he has the lift ability.
At one point, that put me sort of on top of a false ceiling in a room.
Oh,
and
wow.
As like a human-only player, I would never have gotten there without it.
That's so cool. So here's a fun one.
What the hell did you do to that thing, Mitchell? Sounds like an anti-waffle commercial.
Well, I didn't see it as an override per se. It was just the operator's conversation sequencer. They're usually so grim.
Do you know how many security protocols you broke?
Well, Morgan said it was all right. Even helped me.
An operator skillet in this show. My, you sound like you could use a healthy dose of sunburst banana pudding.
This is an AB conversation, Skillet.
Apologies, Chef. I'll see my way out.
So that's a voice clip from Daniel's show for our samples, but more importantly for our relevant to our current side quest, I like the detail they put in that where they show you the portraits of the people talking, and the Chef Will Mitchell that we saw in that transcribe is not the same person we just talked to.
The plot thickens. And then that's something that you can easily miss.
Yeah, you can easily overlook that if you're not paying attention, but the game is using all of its resources to point you in that direction, even before, like, even though you already know there's something up, like, that's just another piece of evidence of, oh, this guy is shady. This is a shady ass dude. So, also, again, like, for the purpose of getting voice clips of Danielle's show.
You still there, MU? You still alive? Huh? Huh. What if MU comes back? Let MU in? But...
I love that he doesn't know your name is Morgan. Also, he doesn't know how to turn off the fucking speaker when he's talking.
You find it? You back? Come to window. Show me.
Alright, I'll show you.
You found something? Have to let you in. Promised. Go around. The side entrance.
Alright, let's go around. The side entrance. But I want to do something unique, because we haven't done that a whole lot. I know we're not at time yet. We still have an hour, but I want to save anyway.
Gonna do a little science.
Yeah. Well, first I want to play out the actual the sequence, and then we'll try to break it.
Right.
You're safe now. The beasts, they cannot get in. But look at this. We have food, but no water. This pressure regulator, it is broken. System automatic cut off until fixed. You can find a replacement part in the greenhouse, I think. With water, we can wait for rescue. No water? Huh. Do this favor, I'll let you into freezer. That's where I hid all the puppets the beasts sent first. Maybe they have useful things for you, no?
So, There are two ways you can complete this. There is
when
this...
puppets can get in, explode like bombs. Oh, the beast lays eggs in their head, make them explode.
So there is this regulator here that we can repair. And just put in. But I already got the water pressure regulator that he wanted from the greenhouse earlier. It's right here. So like if you didn't have that, you could go back and get it, or you can repair this.
And you? How do you have this already?
Oh, he even comments
You
you
are
already
thinking
having
in
it.
front of time? Here, I open freezer now, like I promised. Lots of dead puppets and supplies.
Okay, open the freezer.
Huh? MU. I already heard this name before. Where?
Morgan Yu, sister of Alex Yu. She's one of the station's co-directors and one of the nicest executives you'll ever meet. Hasn't been around much for some.
Quiet now.
Uh-oh. It's a trap? It's a trap. Shit. Fuck. How did I cannot believe he would trap me like that. Wow. Fuck.
Transdown piece of junk. Are you awake?
There's no way we could have seen this coming.
Frozen
No.
dead, maybe? I take Puppet's toy screen. I see all the names in the list. And your name, too. Means you listen from now on. I know who you are. M.U. Daughter of William Yu. William. Transtar. Always playing with lies. Now, maybe I watch these beasts eat you, like you tried to feed me to them. Or, cold kills you first. Make you into a frozen puppet.
Since we have a spacesuit on, we can survive at 0-degree temperatures, and it's fine. But... yeah, we're already out of the freezer. That's not a hard trap to get through. But since we've done it the correct way now, I'm going to reload this crew quarters save. And I want to see what happens when I try to mind control this dude.
I'm curious.
Wait! A minute. You're safe now. The beast, they cannot get in.
He's not a valid target. Okay.
But look at this.
I think I'll live with a failed quest. Stop talking.
And I like how it says you failed the quest instead of just like you completed it, but like the second path, something like that.
Sorry, Skillet, but I cannot have you talking. It's just unbearable. It's just unbearable.
But you made him.
I made a mistake.
I mean, another version of you made him, but...
I guess, theoretically, like, the freezer is locked if you don't... if you do that, but... this back way still exists, and I had level 4 hacking, so I can just, like, open this store if I wanted to. again, like, I love that the higher level hacks are actually easier because A, you have more time, and B, they had to be more open to give you places to put the hacking targets. Sandra Cohen left me to freeze. It's really bad. This is kind of like a Sandra Cohen-esque kind of moment, isn't it? Where, like, this guy's clearly not on the up and up, but you have to work with him anyway. Well, you don't really have to if you don't want to. And...
oh, yeah.
This
Eels.
is Abigail Foy, who is, as we'll see later, she is Daniel Show's girlfriend.
Abby, I'm still in deep storage. I don't know why you won't pick up. I hope you're safe. If things get bad, I'll jettison a data vault and spacewalk along the hull. Come to the fitness center and bang on the window by the pool. I should feel the vibration. And Abby, please don't take any chances, all right? Be safe.
And you know what? Now I wonder what happens if you try to bang on that door or on that window by the pool before you know to do that from getting that clip. What if the game accounts for that?
I can't... I messed something up there, but I can't remember what. With that banging on the door thing.
Yeah.
Well, the window, but... yeah. I think she would show up, because I don't think they really, like, put triggers on there, like you have to read it first before you can do it, but
Let's
no
find
idea.
out. Let's find out. I'm gonna load up the old save from before we talked to the chef. Whoopsie, I used the wrong power. Well, the state doesn't count anyway, so it's fine.
You need to drink some alcohol so you're no longer afraid.
I'll be fine. We're not gonna keep this save anyway. So this is the right window, right? It's the one by the...
I think it might have been this one. On the left.
I guess it doesn't trigger unless you have that note. Okay, that's cool. Good to know. So let's try this again, and we'll do it properly this time. And I won't murder the entire crew. Yeah, okay, yeah, here it is. 56% of window as an objective. Let's try this again. And let's... Ah! Well, we missed mind controlling him, and now he's gonna walk into the fire like an idiot, so let's try again. I am trying to keep these people alive, now just don't walk into the fire next time, dude. fire is solved. I like that the mind-controlled humans have distorted voices. Like they're going through a filter or something. That's a cool little touch.
Yeah, if you just sit somewhere in this game close to enemies and you just listen, it's yeah, it's pretty creepy.
Alright, looks like everyone is alive. Let's just check the bodies. Oh. He's dead. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. I tried.
Maybe was he
I think he was
taking
caught in the
over as well?
I think he was caught in the explosion.
Oh.
Morgan? If you're here, then... Abby didn't make it, did she? I don't... I can help. I know you need to get into deep storage. I voice locked it, but I have the override that bypasses the random word input. Set your transcribe to record. Alex, Oedipus complex. Pompous. Narcissist. No offense to your brother, but that should be enough. But watch your step. There's someone else in crew quarters pretending to be the cook. His tracking bracelet's from Psychotronics, but the ID doesn't make any sense. I think he's the one that killed Abby. If you can, make sure he doesn't get off the station. I'll see what else I can do to help from out here. For as long as I can. Goodbye, Morgan.
That's a good scene. Yeah, Oedipus complex. That's essentially the password to deep storage is making fun of Alex.
Well done finding Chief Show. You've got what you need to get into storage. Emma, it's Danielle. Trying to reach Abby, but she's not answering.
Man,
Please.
I love the entire D&D stuff happening on the station.
Emma, please. No, not Emma. I can barely hear you. Safe. Is Abby with you? Are you okay? It's not me. It's not. I won't do it. You can't.
Oh, gotta drop some stuff. So I can fit a weapon kit. No.
You need to recycle all those shotguns.
Yeah. I really do want to recycle those shotguns too. And the everything else in this inventory. But yeah, that's a really good scene where like I don't think you're able to talk to Abby ever again after that, or Danielle ever again after that. I think that's the first and last time you can actually talk to her.
Could be. I can think of one place where you might see her, but I'm not sure she's there.
No, I don't. I don't think you're able to even find her even after the scene with the like even with the tracking for the cruise in. And Danielle's a very interesting character because like she is probably like the voice of the people who like who hate Alex, which is not just her. She's just like the one that's most notable. Out of that, I guess not just her. There's many more people in the station that have a grudge against Alex because he is kind of a dick.
Yeah, you sort of learn that when you're going through the game. Like everyone seems to like love Morgan, but Alex is yeah.
Morgan has detractors, but they're like by far fewer than Alex. Because Morgan she can be a dick, but she's also very helpful around the space station.
Mm-hmm.
And like if you need her to do something, she'll probably get it done, maybe even faster than you think like is reasonable for anyone to be able to do something. Whereas Alex is kind of I don't want to say lazy, but not as helpful around the house, so to speak.
Yeah, and Alex is the kind of guy that bends the rules for himself, but everyone else has to like do it to a point, while
Yeah.
Morgan would bend rules for the people around her.
Yeah. Like we mentioned with the chef, like that operator was against regulations, but not only did Morgan approve it, Morgan built it.
Exactly.
Because the chef was asking for helping hand. He's like, okay, I'll build you one. Okay? Sure. That works, Morgan. And then yeah, there was a little robot, short and stout. I think there's some mimics in this room.
Probably easier than trying to get corporate to hire another person and pay them.
Yeah. Especially, you know, they might unionize. Shit. Can't have that.
We're really close to one of my favorite areas of the game now.
Oh, we took a pizza box, guys.
Oh wait, no, we are there.
Yeah, this is there's a reason I chose to come here, even though there's like no reason for me to be here. I love this detail of Poltergeist is here. Give me a second, now I gotta figure out where you are so I can kill you. First I gotta eat a bunch of things. This is a great way to clear my inventory out. There we go, that clears some space up. Where's the poltergeist? Show me on the doll where it touched me.
It's doing exactly what it's meant to do. Just completely make you paranoid. Just threw you in the air and then it disappeared.
Found you! Lost you. There we go. It's down. And now, like, this is one of my favorite environmental details in the game. It is, like, obviously in the space station, you can't be doing, like, science work all day. Like, they need their free time to work out and you know, like, hang out with each other and do non-work related stuff. And here is an example of that, where...
All right. Elias has... Stab fellow has vanished into the darkness beyond the tower door. The only sign of him is his blood trail. But as you watch, the flagstones seem to drink in the blood, the cracks glistening red.
Oh, Jesus Christ on a stick, Abigail.
Don't be such a baby. We either head through the door...
Well, forget that. It just ate our warrior.
Unless you can handle the entire pack of rat men, oh spellless wonder, we don't have much choice. Elias? Sorry, Stabfellow?
Captain Stabfellow! Can I answer her?
Hell no. You hear nothing from the darkness. It has swallowed Stabfellow completely.
All right. Let me light a torch.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. Station-wide OS upgrade. Had to hold Bellamy's hand through the whole process. Abby, do you have my character sheet? You made it. Yes, right here.
They are literally having like a D&D or like non-specific but clearly D&D inspired game going on right now, and it is like that is such a great detail because of course you have a bunch of scientists and tech guys all in the same place. What else are you gonna fucking do?
Yeah, and you can look at their character sheets.
Yeah,
and you can find more character sheets, and I think. Yeah,
and they're really high res for like what should be like a Swift asset. Like someone put a lot of detail into those character sheets.
Oh.
Also, it serves as a great moment for Abby and Danielle because like that was like, oh yeah, we're in a relationship and you attended my game. That means something.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great little moment for those two. I think I think that might actually be after the fight, like the transcript where they have a fight, like that's them making up, was her coming back to the D&D game. And I don't remember which room is Abby's room, or I would gladly. Oh, hi Abby, or hi Ivy Song. You shouldn't have ambushed me like that. That's what happens when you do that. Oh yeah, here's Daniel Show's tracking bracelet, which is why you can never find her. I don't know if there's a transcribe here. Oh yeah, here, to-do list, finish draft of apology letter to Abby. So like after like, cause there's a conversation archive. This is a good one.
Nope, this sounded serious, so I wanted to shut my transcribe off. So, okay, so you're asking me if it's okay to record our game on the transcribes. Yes, I know using the memory, it's not right. I can't be having this conversation. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna lose my job for even talking to you about this. What? What? Exactly. What you're going to do is have dinner with me. What? You say what a lot when you should say yes. Yes? See? All settled. Don't worry about the transcribes. It's not against regulation. So, are you gonna invite me to this game or not?
Also, I like there's a broken transcribe here that you can repair.
What are you doing? Are you recording this? Joint transcribes are fun. They are not. It's like mental scrapbooking. You both save the moments that matter.
Abigail Foy. I think this is actually her. Oh, there's a cool arcade cabinet in her room. That's a nice little detail. She's a gamer. She's a capital G gamer, which means she probably hates minorities.
Ooh.
No, I'm kidding. Abby doesn't hate minorities. Gamers do.
No,
that's what I pretend to take it back. But actually, double down on the joke.
Yeah, but I can't remember if you said it or you retweeted that joke, like things that can get your gamer card revoked, and then someone.
I retweeted it, but I stand behind it. Oh.
I was like, oh man, that's meta.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think this is the fight conversation archive.
Danielle? Had a meeting with the Alex Yu today. He gave me one of his bullshit I'm sorries with no resolution. Between him and Morgan, it's like a tradition. You family's sorry.
Was it as insincere as a Danielle show apology?
No.
Danielle, I'm not saying working with him is easy, but...
Did you just compare me to him? To that arrogant sack of shit?
Danielle, this has to stop.
You're right. Get out. We're done.
Danielle!
I said get out.
And, like, I do like that the next day she reflected on and realized, oh, yeah, I fucked up here, and I should apologize to Abby, and then, like, they made up. That's a really cool story. Like, a really cool little moment for two characters that are, like, relevant to the main story, but not really important to the main story.
Mm-hmm.
Those are cool little moments. Also, hi, Poltergeist.
Yeah, you do. It's a bit weird to say, but you really get to know some of the people on the station.
Yeah.
Even though you never talk to them, or like almost not talk to them. And this is another like great contrast.
Yeah.
We've seen the rooms that we were just in.
And here are
pinball.
the bulk dorms.
Yep.
Oh, you're right. I never even thought of that, but yeah, you're absolutely right. It's like, yeah, you see where all the grunts live. Well, people who aren't as important to the facility.
This is Fowles.
Officer Fowles.
Their own little capsules.
Malia.
Yeah.
I have an important request. It's sensitive, though. I need to know I can trust you with a surveillance matter.
Yes, of course, sir. It's just that normally I can't do something like that without consent from Chief Elazar HR and another director.
Those people report to me, Malia.
Yes, sir. I understand.
I want you to keep an eye on Annalise Gallegos. Where she goes, the house she keeps, visitors.
I'll log everything on the security computer.
Good. Send me your report at the end of the week.
Yes, sir.
So here's a cool little here's a cool little thing where we have a whistleblower or a potential whistleblower in the facility. The quest is called. I'm gonna demark this treasure map quest and we'll put the whistleblower quest on surveillance report and security computer. And then we'll go into hopefully there's a recycler in either Alex or Morgan's room.
Yeah, backtracking to recyclers is something that happens quite often.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't have the full inventory yet.
Mm-hmm.
I got the container set up. This is pretty weird, Quentin. I know, but if we... I don't want to know. I'm doing this as a favor, that's all. Cargo container 3232. It's on the other side of Cargo Bay B, next to the utility tunnel. When I was head chef at the Space Institute, no one asked me to conceal food in a cargo container. Just go easy on the ill, all right?
And here's the report on the crew member that Alex wanted to spy on. Doesn't have anything out of the ordinary from what I just saw, but I wasn't seeking. Oh yeah, the secret crate. We'll deal with that later. The code to the executive suite. I don't remember where I got it, probably from one of the emails I just read, but I'm glad to take it. So now we can talk, now we can go into... Oh, it's Technopath over here. Now we can go into Alex and Morgan's rooms. What is this? Who is Arteno Pero? Whoever he is, his room is trashed. Oh, guest suite.
I was just about to say that.
Guest suite, okay. That's interesting.
I think he's supposed to be like the famous pianist.
Oh, from the Igwe quest line.
Yeah, the one that gets the like neuromod snapshot made.
Oh, that's rad.
I think that's him, but I'm not sure. And yeah, here we have the big boy rooms.
Yeah. There's a mimic in Alex's room.
It was waiting.
Well, I got to jump on it somehow, despite it waiting for me.
I was waiting for Alex, not you, so, you know.
I was waiting for you. Eh?
Yeah. It's... Good one.
I love this detail where there is a treadmill in Alex's room, but it's just a bunch. There's just a storage unit at this point because of all the boxes. He doesn't actually use it to exercise. That's a really cool little detail. And this photo of the Yu family. Oh. We can go through his emails. Oh yeah, here is the fitness schedule. Where he doesn't go into to do the physicals because he presumably doesn't want to exercise in front of everyone else, which I know, I don't blame him, but like you gotta do it. You're in a space station, you gotta keep fit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they do have some kind of artificial gravity, which helps, but...
What I like about this room, Morgan's room, is that if you compare it to the apartment from the intro, it is almost exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, clearly, like, Morgan had her creature comforts brought from Earth to the Talos 1 when she moved onto the space station. And her computer has a lot of really cool audio logs on it that we're actually going to listen to in a sec.
I know you're hacking this, but I'm pretty sure you can just open it. Because it's your computer.
Oh, you know what? You're right. But too late.
Yeah, this is something you're not used to this in games.
When you forget the password, you know, you gotta you gotta hack into it.
Definitely.
Audio output October.
Calvino, colleague. Won't notice anything wrong. Eidetic memory. Work obsessed. Perfect medical record. No absences. New entry. Show. Danielle. Head of IT. Dislikes you. Dislikes Alex more. Need to find out why. Note to self. Research. Chef Mitchell and a motive operator hack.
I love these are just logs on they're not like logs about like spying on these members. They're just like these are what your thoughts were about these crew members before you went through these experiments. Or like during one of your trips down memory lane. Like, this is what you think of all 6 of these people.
Dio Igwe, one of Alex's hires. Cheap to recruit due to his unpopular stance on psychic phenomena. One of station's best scientists. Introvert. Knows about Tess. Loyal to Alex. Believes your brother and Typhon can save his career.
I also like that you get, like, just in the way she's delivering this line, you get a very strong sense of who Morgan Yu is. Like, these are, like, they're not... She's not using verbose, like, overly loquacious kind of phrases. She is direct and to the point. This is this person. This is what they think of me. This is what I think of them. This is what I should do about them. End of story. That's it. There's nothing else there. Like, the lack of what you're hearing is almost as important as what you're hearing.
Paraplexis, nerve disorder, prevents use of neuromods. Requires aggressive drug therapy to prevent degeneration. Renders candidates ineligible for assignment to Talos 1. Michaela Ilyushin, chief engineer. Not on speaking terms. Had brief relationship. You ended it when tests began. She believes it is because you discovered her medical condition, paraplexis. Convenient, but false. Severing ties seemed prudent to you. Less painful, given the impending memory loss.
You can also tell that Morgan had feelings for Michaela because that is the one where she is not curt about how she is describing Michaela. Like, there is actually just a bit more emotion there than with the other audio logs.
Yeah, and she's trying not to, but it still bleeds
It still
through.
bleeds in, yeah.
Not about your test, but suspects. Is trustworthy, but doesn't trust Alex. Or you, yet.
Doesn't trust Alex or you yet. But yeah, this is a really cool little, like, these are your, or what one of your previous incarnations' thoughts were about these crew members. That's a really cool idea, is like, that is a cool way to, like, give Morgan a way to still have a character even though, like, you are Morgan you.
And an interesting thing here is these things are labeled October. Then you have December and January.
January, yes.
So these tests have been going on for like months.
Yeah, like you start to piece like together that's why the opera is named. They were named on the month they were built, more or less.
It makes the most sense. So
yeah. So January is like kind of the latest model. I don't know what the current month is at this time of the game start, but like January appears to be the most recent incarnation.
I was thinking about that when I before I said it, but I can't remember if they actually specifically say what date it is.
Oh no, that's a good question. I'm actually not aware of if they actually ever announced the date. I'm sure if I looked there, I'd have an answer, but see, what am I look? Oh yeah, for the escape.
Oh wait, key. Look, bottom right.
Oh, on the TranStar menu.
Which completely makes sense.
February 23rd. Yes, of course. Oh, wow. It's September 23rd, 2035.
I don't think I ever noticed that while playing.
Wow.
But it makes complete sense that it's there.
That's a cool detail. Like, someone thought that through. That's really cool. So yeah, literally, like, January was your last incarnation before the current Morgan you. I don't remember where the key is in this room. The key to access escape pod. We're gonna find it. Oh, it's probably in his desk.
Yeah, like you can't write a game guide about this. It's like an entire set of books, you know, like an
yeah,
forgotten the name, an encyclopedia, and what's the name?
An encyclopedia.
Yes, that was it. You have to get a whole set of these if you want to have like every little thing in this game explained to you.
Yeah, like it is really impressive how much thought went into every detail in this world. Like, I was reading an article that a friend linked to me about how cool it is because they were like the article was written by an Asian guy who was like, it's really cool to have an Asian character that is just your protagonist and like no one questions it. That's just who they are, and they're still like it doesn't shove it in your face that they're Asian, but like those details are there. Like for example, in Morgan's room, there is actually a book on how to cook with a wok. I don't know where it is, but they don't actually have the wok out on display because you can just kind of assume it's in one of these cabinets here. Mm-hmm. But the fact that they have the book about how to cook the wok, like that's just a little detail that adds to like the believability. Also, I just noticed the controller. So like Morgan is also a gamer, so she probably also hates women and minorities. That joke will never get old. Do you remember where the escape pod key is in Alex's room?
It was on top of something, a pillar or
I may just Google it.
yeah, you can spend a lot of time in this game as well going through transcribes, trying to remember which one had whatever you needed to remember.
Yeah. But Google is usually faster.
It is. It's like on top of something, behind something else, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm missing the most important bits.
It's underneath the globe on his bed.
Ah.
Next to his bed. There we go. You have to actually hit the nightstand to remove the globe, and it's there. There we go. That's a cool detail where he hides his escape pod key underneath his globe. So you kind of have to ransack the room a little bit. This game, man, they really did think through this map. The level designers should be really proud of themselves for what they've done.
Definitely. Also, we had to activate the elevator before we could go up.
Yeah.
And inside of the elevator, there is actually a person lying down.
Ha!
So, I don't know if it shut off while he was in there, but yeah, they're sort of hinting that he fell down.
Oh, there's a quest to kill the imposter cook. Because Daniel asked you to kill him for killing Abby.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why the unconscious body is marked there. But yeah, this crew quarters area, there's so much going on here that is worth exploring. It's such a fascinating area. Because it teaches you so much about the people who work on this space station. So there is like a 100. Okay, here.
Something's broken.
There's a swarm of them.
Yep. Let's have them fight each other. Huh, the explosion from one took out the other. Nice.
Double kill.
Also dropping valuable QB ammo.
Yeah, they become really worth it to kill for.
Yeah.
Oh right, you didn't release them.
I love that you can shoot them through the hole.
I've got a love-hate relationship with one of those holes in a certain area.
Oh.
It sounds really weird, but
yeah.
Basically.
Oh, the nightmare is here.
I didn't have a key card, and I was trying to hit the open the door button through that hole with the caster, but the problem is you can only crouch and stand up. There's nothing in between, and one was too high and one was too low.
Ah.
So I ended up making like sort of glue stairs thingy, and then if I ran up to it a little bit, it lifted me up just a little bit. Because, you know, it's sort of rounded. And I tried to use that to get the correct height, and it took me ages, but eventually I did it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's one of the other reasons you can use the bolt caster for opening doors. Whether that's on screens or buttons.
I love mind controlling the Phantom and having the Nightmare kill it. Because there are two ways to defeat the Nightmare. One, to murder it, and two, to just wait for it to leave. Because once it comes out, it comes out on a timer. It can only stay for so long before it has to vanish. So we have 2 minutes on the clock before it goes away.
And if you think this might be annoying, the Nightmare, it is in a way, but they give you another way to deal with it later on in the game.
After completing a side quest, of course.
Yes.
But, I actually had a really scary moment when I played this game in one of my earlier playthroughs, where the Nightmare spawned in the lobby. And so I hid in my office thinking, oh yeah, that'd be safe. And as it turns out, the Nightmare can teleport into your office.
I have never seen that.
I saw the Nightmare, like, literally like, in my office, with Igwe and Michaela there, in the room. And, like, I had to realize it because I realized, like, this guy, if I try to fight him in the office, is going to murder everyone in it. And, like, really screw up my quest progress.
That's the first.
And, like, because you think it's a big, bulky, like, thing, it shouldn't be able to move through that hallway, but actually, it like, because the way Typhons work, it totally can. And it was scary, I tell you. Like, oh, this ruins my plan. I was hoping to avoid you for a few minutes, but you're right here. Hi.
We got outsmarted.
Yep. This is about to go away in, like, a few seconds. But actually, this is actually going to be a good place to call it soon, because, we have the escape key now. We're about to beat the game. And now we've killed the operators inside, we can safely come in here. Get some more Q-beam ammo. And spare parts, also a valuable resource. Get this area map. And Now that we have the escape pod key, I suggest we follow our own advice and just ditch this popsicle stand. Oh, I'm sorry, it's below this popsicle stand. I said it wrong. You know what I meant.
Definitely.
Oh, there's more. There's more of you. Okay. Burn for daddy.
I don't think we ran into the other escape pods yet.
Not yet, no.
Because that's another thing entirely.
For sure.
Because it seems rather easy that we're just gonna, you know, hop into an escape pod and leave.
I'm gonna put a save here. And because I really like this detail with the escape pod, because you can just totally like leave the station.
Well, that's what you said.
Yeah. Also, I like the music here.
Morgan, don't. I'm only a shallow copy of you, and I know better than to abandon Talos 1. If you leave now, you're only delaying the inevitable. Where do you think the Typhon will go next?
I like that both January and Alex say, "What are you doing?" Like, together.
Morgan, I don't understand how you got the launch key to that escape pod. Of all the ways the test could have changed you, this was the last one I expected. You're just quitting.
I love that both Alex and January are like, what? How? Why? What are you doing? This makes no sense. They're both calling you out on just running away. But, you know, I don't feel like we can do much more here. Bye, Talos 1.
We're going home.
We failed. This isn't the one.
And that is another one of those hints that, like, there's more to this than you realize. We failed. This isn't the one.
And it's really great that they haven't blown their cover yet.
Yeah.
With this, because they could have easily
I'm only a shallow copy of you, and I know
done this
better than
another
to
way.
abandon Talos 1. If you leave now, you're only delaying the inevitable. Where do you think the Typhon will go next?
But that's not just there to be a non-standard game over. There's actually a very good reason that you have this available to you that will become clear later on in the game. I don't know if you're aware of what I'm talking about, but if you don't, I'll tell you off camera.
I'm not entirely sure.
But I think that's actually probably the best possible place we could stop right now, actually, is on that note. Just to entice the viewers, so to speak.
Yeah, it is.
So thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you, Matthias, for joining me as always on this adventure in the mind games.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, it's gonna keep being fun. I promise you that. We made a lot of progress in these past 2 hours. We did a lot of really, really important story content.
Definitely.
And next time we will continue the mind games. Even though we beat the mind games, we're gonna continue the mind games. Take care, you all. Remember that Black Lives Matter. All lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter. Wear your masks, social distance, wash your hands, and stop being disgusting pigs like I know you all are. Also, stop hating women and minorities. I know there are gamers watching this. But, until next time, goodbye.